Okay, the first thing when you're getting ready to do transplanting is to find what kind of transplant tray you want to use. This is the kind we use. It's made of styrofoam, it's lightweight, it floats, it produces about a 1-inch plug, and it produces in about 4 to 6 weeks depending upon the plant. We're going to do 25 today. The other thing that you need is a good grower's medium. We use something like this. It's a germinating mix, and the quality of that what germinating mix means is that it's a fine mix and easy to fill into those trays. Big coarse pieces of peat will not go into those and fill those trays very completely. We're going to enrich that with some organic fertilizer materials. So these are the three that you can get almost anywhere in the world: blood meal, bone meal, cottonseed meal. But you could use basil fertilizer, which is a chemical fertilizer, if you aren't trying to grow things organically. Or we also use this product. It's got many of those things, cottonseed meal, bone meal, and blood meal in them, but along with it, it has fish meal, alfalfa, soy meal, and it's really great for as a general purpose fertilizer. You can see there that it's a 624. The problem with it is this particular product, and many are pelletized, and those big pellets don't distribute evenly in those little holes. So what we have to do is we have to grind it up into a fine powder like this, and then we will mix that powder in with our germinating mix. So the most important thing about mixing up the foodstuffs, I use about a third and a third and a third of blood meal, bone meal, and cottonseed meal. But the main thing is to get it evenly mixed, because if you don't, the transplants in the trays will not grow evenly. So the way I do that is I take whatever my container is and go around the container, lifting from the bottom, pulling to the top. And I do this at least 3 times. One of the really important things is don't forget the middle. On each pass, get the middle, and then start again, so that you get full mixing of these materials. This is going to give your transplants the food stuff that they need to grow successfully as they start their young life. They're just like any other baby. They need good quality nutrition for the beginning of their life. now we're ready to begin to fill the trays. So here we go. I've put my tray in my bucket. I'm putting a light amount of pressure on top of the cells so that I get it in there good. Bump it, and then top it off. And that's a full tray ready to grow baby plants. Okay, well, we just filled 27 trays, which is 9,126 plants worth. There's 338 cells in each tray, so that'll give us right around 9,000 transplants after adjustment for germination rate. Now, there's many ways to put put the depression in here so that we have room for seeds. You can use your fingers. Some people can do it inefficiently with one finger at a time, right? Some people use 4, right? And takes a lot less time to do 338. But because this is a system that's used for commercial growers, we use something called a dipple board. This is a dipple board. Very pretty, but there's the active side of the dipple board so that we can do 338 at a time. In order to do that, this lines up the depression for the seeds in exactly the right spot. And we set this on. In the right location, and we push. And look, now I have a place for 338 seeds ready to go. All right, after putting the seed in, you can come back and put a light coating, be gentle. You don't want to displace anything. You don't want to drop this. All the seeds are in at this point. You can see our labels are in there. And now it's ready to go and be placed with the other ones. You can't just run water or a sprinkler or a big watering wand over the top of these babies without dislodging them. So we use a fogger that fits on the end of a hose or on a wand, and this is going to create a nice fine mist for the first couple of weeks, 3 weeks, until they get to the point where they're fully watered in and starting to grow and have good roots on them. I'm going to get watered in all at one pass. It's got to take several passes. But this will cause the...
Wait, stop.